you think, Maisie? Was it a good sales this weekend? Hmm? Ooh, sorry. Hey, Kyle, the North Star Trader here. It is Monday, December 8th, and we had another great weekend of sales. I don't think it quite hit the Black Friday weekend, but we still had some really good sales days. So I'm going to go through the numbers. There's a lot to do. As you just saw, there's a lot of games in this room that need to be processed in one way or another. So I'm going to put together the numbers from the last 4 days. I think it was the last time I checked in, 4 days ago. Anyway, I'll put those numbers together and show you some of what sold. Also, I'm wearing my outdoor gear inside because I am frozen. It's pretty cold here in Minnesota. It's not too. It's warmed up a bit. Yesterday was pretty cold. But yeah, I'm cold. Turned up the heat. I'm still cold. Hopefully, I can get moving and it'll warm me up a bit. Get some listings done. Also, real quick, I just wanted to point out my backstock system. I don't know if you... I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4 games here. This was the old backstock system where I had them laying around the house or on shelves, and when the game before it would sell, I'd just go get one of these and then do the listing. But so a few weeks ago, I decided to switch that up and start listing all of the backstock so that it's in the same inventory system as the listed inventory. And let me tell you, it has been a game changer. When I do my reports and stuff in the morning, I probably get about 5 to 10 listings up right away just from the photos that I've already taken days in advance. And it's allowing me to get a lot more listings done. And I'm very thankful I'm doing it. It does mean that when I'm listing, for every 10 games that I'm listing, I'm actually listing 12 games, roughly. But those extra couple games has really paid off with this new backstock system, and allows me to get listings up right away in the morning. It's a huge game changer. I think there was one day I was able to do 25 listings just from the new system of backstock. So all I had to do was go through and add the photos. It was pretty nice. Anyway, just wanted to throw that in there. I should probably mention that the new backstock system isn't fully in place yet. I still got probably about 200 games that are in the old backstock system. That's why I'm still having to pull them. But yeah, anyway. Once all those are listed in the new backstock system, it'll save me a lot of time. All right, so let's start off with Thursday, December 4th. Sales were $1,094. I think in my previous video I said that it was 1,100. We actually had one sale cancel on us, so it dropped just below 1,100. By far best sales day of Q4. Even the Black Friday weekend, we didn't quite hit this number. So that was kind of nice. We sold 30 games, 1 toy set, and 1 game piece. And then Friday it was a little bit of a down day on Friday, but we still did $630 in sales. So not too bad. 13 games, 2 toys, 1 building set, and 5 game pieces. So it's kind of nice to have a little bit of a break from all the shipping. That's the one positive from having kind of a dip. Saturday, we kind of bumped back up to $831. We sold 27 games, 1 toy set, and 14 game pieces. So the game pieces did start to ramp up this weekend. And then Sunday, we topped Thursday's number. So yesterday, we did $1,116 in sales. So that so far has been our best day this Q4. So yeah, pretty exciting. We sold 29 games, and this is what I was really happy about, is we sold 25 game pieces. As I mentioned in the last, I think the last video, or one of the last ones, we've been kind of slow on the game pieces, and I don't know if it's just people were not looking to complete their games, but this weekend apparently they were. So yeah, between Saturday and Sunday we sold 39 game pieces, so that was kind of nice to get those back, and producing some money for us. They're not huge sales, obviously, but they are a way to get the money back from those games that we have to part out. So yeah, so kind of nice. And then lastly, we sold 3 Christmas items, so those are still selling. I thought maybe it would be kind of done by now, the Christmas village houses, but apparently people are still trying to get those set up for Christmas, I guess. And actually, I can't believe how many of those we sold. I've listed 65 of those since August, and I think we have 13 left. So it's kind of crazy how well they've sold. But anyway, so those were the numbers for the last 4 days. Pretty good sales days. I am pleased. Obviously, at this time of year, it's nice to see those numbers. But what I'm most interested in is keeping those numbers going after Christmas. Last year, we were able to do so. But last year was a lot different because the majority of our sales were on Amazon. And as I've mentioned before, we hit a road bump in at the end of January last year into February, where they suspended us for selling. They claimed that one of our games was not authentic, even though all of our games, I mean, we sell used board games. We don't sell inauthentic things. And the game in question ended up having an actual authenticity sticker on it, which is how I ended up getting the suspension lifted after 4 weeks of holding all of our money, threatening to destroy all of our 700 games in inventory. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, so last year going into January we were able to maintain our numbers, but then a lot of things happened, and then fast forward to this September, and then Amazon announced the whole getting rid of used games and toys, so that just completely shut the door on Amazon for us. So all that to say, now that we're all on eBay, or everything's on eBay, I'm really hoping that we can do the same this year that we did last year and keep these sales rolling into January. And I'm looking forward to having a much smoother ride through the beginning of the year, because that was not fun. And to have it all end with no more Amazon, I guess, was kind of fitting, and in a way, a little bit of a relief, because it was getting very difficult to sell used things on Amazon, at least for us. All right, so I'm going to highlight some of the sales that we had, because some of them were pretty cool sales. All right, I think I'm just going to go day by day, kind of like I did with the sales. Our best sale of Thursday was a Tubtown Sea Circus play set. We sold this for $112 plus shipping. This was something I found at a thrift store. I think I only paid like $6 or $7 for it. The box was in pretty good shape. It did have like a little piece cut out of it, and it was missing a few of the pieces. But when I looked it up and saw how much Tubtown items are going for, it's a vintage play set. This one was from 1985. There are a few other play sets. It's like these toys that are these plastic toys that are meant to be played in the tub, or at least that's my impression of it. But even like the little figures and the pieces of the sets and all that go for pretty good money. So if you see that out there, Tubtown, I would definitely look it up. They're probably worth money. This one, I think if it had been complete, I probably could have gotten $200 for. But like I said, it was missing a few things. But we still got 112. So it was a pretty nice sale. I didn't have it for too long. I think I listed it over the summer. So yeah, for that price, I'm willing to wait, 5-6 months. And then the next best sale we had was a Tic-Tac-Tony. This was a Fisher-Price game. This one almost looked like it was brand new. I didn't list it as unused or anything because I was a little suspicious. It looked like it potentially could have been used, so I didn't list it that way, but it was still going for pretty good money. I put it up for $49.99, and that's what it sold for. some of these Fisher Price games can be worth money. I usually, if I see Fisher Price game from like the 90s and early 2000s, I tend to look them up because you get ones like this. And even the ones that don't go for as much, I've never had an issue selling them. People are always looking to buy them. So if I can get the cheaper ones for, you know, a cheap price on a cheap cost, then I go ahead and pick them up because people buy them. If someone's out there looking for these things to buy, then I'm going to try to make a way to make a few dollars off of it. And then lastly was a $45 sale of Night of the Magicians game. This is from a brand called Dry Magier or Dry Magier. I'm not sure how you say it. I think it's German. Dry Magier. It's 2006. It's a glow-in-the-dark game. We see this brand a little bit at probably the best, the one that I know the best from Dry Magier is it's a, what is it called? It's a maze game. It's called the Magic Labyrinth. That's what it is. The Magic Labyrinth. We see that one most often from this producer. But this one was Night of the Magicians, and it was going for $45. And there are some other ones that go for pretty good money. So if you see Dry Magier out there, definitely look him up. All right, on to Friday. That was we had a little bit of a down day, and likewise, our best sales weren't that great. But we did sell a couple things for $40. We sold. I've been picking up brand new toys lately just because it's the holiday, and I figured that they would sell. So this was a Baby Alive Lil Sips. Yeah, it was. The box was a little wonky, and I noted that in the listing. Still marked it as pre-owned because of it. But it sold pretty quickly, and we paid $4 for it, got 40. So yeah, and I had there's a second one that I picked up as well, and that one just sold as well yesterday, I think. So yeah, just a toy, and then a Mega Bloks Narnia Ice Castle Rescue, excuse me. This one I showed in one of my thrift videos. I was pretty excited to pick it up because A, I'd never seen it, and B, I like these kinds of things like Narnia and the fantasy world and all that. And when I checked in the box at the store, all the stuff was sealed inside, so I knew that I could get something for it. And that one sold for $39.99 as well. And then lastly, it was a vintage Aggravation. This was 1962 Aggravation, and I don't remember if it had all the marbles when we bought it, but we have a lot of glass marbles, the old vintage glass marbles from these kinds of game, Aggravation and the Stadium Checkers and things like that. So we usually can, and Stay Alive is another one. So we can usually complete these games, or there's a good chance we can. And especially the vintage Aggravation, if everything's in good shape, you can get a good amount for them. This one was $34.99. Okay, Saturday was a good day of sales, but it looks like we didn't sell much above $30. Most of it was between $15 to $30. That was the bulk of our sales. We did sell one Scrutinize, which I have mentioned before. It's a pretty good vintage game from the 90s. We sold that one for $39.99. That's typically what we get. And anytime I see these in store, I pick them up. They usually are not missing things. Every now and then they are, but for the most part, we've been able to find complete ones or complete them with pieces we have. And yeah, that $39.99 is pretty standard for that game. Yeah, like I said, everything else was under $30. So just a lot of sales. We sold a lot of things that day. Okay, Sunday. Sunday was the big day, the 1,100 plus day of sales. And we had just a lot of sales. A lot of $25 to $30 sales. Or excuse me, $20 to $30 sales. Couple of ones to highlight. We sold a Husker Du game. This is a kids game. I've mentioned this several times. It's a pretty simple kids game. It's just the board, the box board, and then it kind of spins inside the box. And then it's just a bunch of like blue or black movers. They look like little pawns. And that's the extent of the game. It's a basic kids game. It's been around for, I think, since the 50s or 60s, I think, is the oldest ones we've sold. And those ones go for even more money. Those ones, I think we sold that for like 60 or 70, the last one we had. But anyway, this one was just a 2000, so not that long ago, and it sold for $39.99. If you look them up on eBay, there typically isn't many people selling them, so I just don't know if people don't know about them, but obviously people are looking to buy these. Because if I see them in the store, it's an automatic throw in the cart. Like, I don't even check the price because it looks like a very unsuspecting kids game. So anyway, that was a good sale, and the best sale we had on Sunday was a Candyland, another kids game. Candyland, 1997. We sold it for $59.99. I've talked about these ones before. There's a 1997 one and a 2001. I think there's a 1999 one as well. And they all go for this amount. I don't know. I'm not sure what's so special about them other than it's what people think of when they think of Candyland. These ones honestly sell better than like the ones from, I think, the ones from the 80s or even the 70s. These ones around around the year 2000, they sell fast, they sell for good money, and because of the volume that we do, we almost always have the opportunity to complete them if they're missing cards or pieces. So anyway, pretty good sales. Yeah, I can't complain. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to. There's always something to complain about, right? Just kidding. I also wanted to say that I've kind of, because of how busy things have been, because of our sales, because I've been trying to list like crazy to make up for the games that are selling, I really haven't been able to put together quality videos. So I'm just doing these numbers videos, and even then, as you see, I had to do 4 days today because I'm running out of time to make these videos. So hopefully, if anyone's sticking through this, once Q4 is over, I am going to get back into making some more videos, some that are a little bit not just the run-of-the-mill, here's what we sold and here's what our sales were. I plan on doing a little bit more. Obviously, even the thrifting videos, I'm just not thrifting as much because we're just trying to get through what we have and keep up with the sales at this point. I still haven't put together the last thrift video, which I really need to. But anyway, so all that to say, I will be covering more topics in the near future. I will be going over more things. I will definitely do some how-to. Some people have been asking for some more in-depth how-to videos, like how we go through games, how we ship games, how we do all those things. And so I definitely have a long list of videos that I'm planning on making, but they're going to have to wait till sales die down just a little bit, or at least until we can kind of get ahead of things. Because as you can see, I mean, I have got my work cut out. This is just, I have to list this. I'm going to try to get as many of these done tonight as I can. We still have all kinds of games that need to be bagged. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. And as you can see, it is nighttime. Half of our kids are in bed, the two younger ones. And yeah, so all those games and all these games need to be bagged. I did get through a lot of ones that needed to be cleaned, so I'm going to try to list some of those. So yeah, it's just been a little crazy lately. But that's good. That means things are moving, things are busy, sales are happening, which ultimately leads to money in our pocket, and that's what this is all about, I guess. So, all that to say, I hope everyone is experiencing some good sales this Q4. I hope everyone is getting through it with some semblance of sanity. Yeah. And make sure you still spend time with family, because that is definitely a struggle, especially when you feel like stepping away from the business means missing out on sales. I encourage you to not feel that way, as someone who definitely feels that from time to time. Anyway, that's all I have to say, I think. Yeah, that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, check my wife out on Facebook. It's Jen. She goes under Books and Boards, which is also the name of our eBay store where all of our board games and board game pieces and toys are. I'm the North Star Trader. We do have the North Star Traders eBay store as well. It's just Christmas stuff right now, and some collectibles, so nothing too crazy. And yeah, that's all I have. I will see you soon.